I mean, we can attribute a lot of factors to our success. We can say our education. We can say the family line that we come from. We can say it's pedigree. We can say it's having the right connections and relationships. And while all of those things play somewhat of a role in your success, I believe that for me personally, the commitment to growth and development has been the catalyst to greatness and success in my life. And so I watch a lot of gifted people that mount platforms, and then we look up 6 months from now and they're no longer there. And people say, how have you had the staying power to be at this long and to still have the passion and the drive and the hunger to do it? And I say it's because of development. It was not so much looking for a stage or an opportunity. I just wanted to serve the world in the best way that I possibly could with the gifts that God has given me. And I realized that in order to really serve the world, I have to grow and develop as an individual, because what we have is a lot of people that are serving out of gifting, but they are not serving from a place of growth and mastery. And so if you're only serving out of your gifting and you're not growing and evolving as a person, you can't really bring any real value to the world. And so one of the things that I do with those that come to me, and these days I do less and less mentoring as I did back then, but one of the things that I tell mentees is that this is about your growth and development. I want you to be here for the long haul. I want to look up 20 years from now and you're still thriving and succeeding at the thing that I know you were put on this planet to do. And in order to build that type of resistance and resiliency in a person, it takes a lot of work. And so your potential means absolutely without personal mastery. Write that down. Your potential means absolutely nothing without personal mastery. You know, when I look around the world today, everybody is talking about potential. And I laugh because part of my assignment in the world is to unlock human potential. That is a gift on my life. I can go into any environment. I can sit down with Fortune 100, 500 executives, companies. I can talk to political leaders. I know how to unlock potential. The problem is not with potential. The problem is that in order for you to truly reach your full potential, there is an element called personal mastery. And we have people trying to master spheres of influence that have not mastered themselves. I always tell people the greatest mastery in life is mastery over yourself. And if you can't master yourself, you can't really show up to the world as the greatest version of yourself, and you cannot make a significant contribution in the world around you if you're not mastering yourself. And so I always tell people, I look around the world, everybody is in competition with this person and that person. I stopped competing with people decades ago. I don't have any competition. I'm competing with the last version of myself to become the best version of myself. So I'm competing with myself, and I'm thriving, and I'm evolving, and I'm continually becoming a greater version of who I was created to be. And so when I live with that mentality, I don't have any competition. So I stopped looking at what this person was doing and that person was doing. I watch people, they come to me all the time, they say, Jamel, this is the new trend. This is what everybody's doing. And they say, never mind, you're not a trendy person. You don't do what's trendy. No, I do exactly what I feel is best and best suited for me. And if that works for you, that's wonderful. But I don't jump on trends. I don't jump on what's popular, because those things don't last. And then 6 months later, there's a new trend, and they jump into this. And what they don't realize is that in the process, they're doing two things. They're losing time, and they're losing more and more of themselves trying to be everything. What I know to be true, you cannot be everything to everybody, and you are not going to always make everybody happy. And so at some point, you're going to have the audacity to step into the authentic truth of who you are and to own it and to show up in the world as that person. Motivational quotes and inspirational words do not change your life. Mindset and intentionality and action are the keys to transforming your life. So what we do, people get on social media, we post quotes, we post mantras, we post statements, we like it, we feel good. but that doesn't change your life. It is the mindset and the intentionality and the action that is going to produce the results that you want to see. What I know to be true is that you will never manifest a better life without a made-up mind. Let me say that again. You will never manifest a better life without a made-up mind. And I always tell people the last thing for most people to engage in the journey to success is the engagement of their minds. Write that down. The last thing for most people to engage on the journey to success is the engagement of the mind. And if your mind is not made up and you have not engaged the mind in that process, nothing that you do is going to work. As we continue this new series, I want you to know that you are going to be challenged and stretched in ways that you have never been in your life before. Essentially, a fragmented you will never produce a better life. Write that down. A fragmented you will never produce a better life. And so many times, trying to function at an optimized level and capacity from a place of fragmentation. At some point, you have to deal with the broken you so that you can become the best you. Write that down. You got to deal with the broken you in order to become the best you and the person that you were born and created to be. You cannot build a strong life with a weak foundation. So I talk to people, they want to be mentored, they want to do their lives, and when I begin to excavate their foundation, it's weak. And they think they're just going to build this strong life and sustainable structure for their lives on a weak foundation. And everything that they build collapses, and they have to keep going back because they won't take the time to build their lives the correct way. This is what I know. If you cut corners in development, it is always going to come at the cost of your destiny. Write that down. If you cut corners in the developmental process, it's always going to come at the cost of your destiny. And so people will make a little progress for a little while, and then we look up and we say, what happened to so-and-so? What happened to them is that they thought that they could take shortcuts to success. There are no shortcuts to success. Success is something that you have to grow and develop into on a consistent basis. And so what I want us to understand and realize is that when you build on an unstable foundation, you produce an unsustainable life. Let me say that again. When you build on an unstable foundation, you produce an unsustainable life. And so often what we try to do is we have tried to fix what is no longer functional. And so we think we can just keep repairing things, but you can't just keep repairing things. As I said in the other episode, you have to get to the root of certain things in your life if you want to see change. And so we have tried to salvage things that do not support the stability or the sustainability of our lives. And so we keep trying to hold on. We're trying to get the glue and the tape and to put it back together. Some things need to fall apart so that you can reach a place of freedom and wholeness in your life. Write that down. Some things need to fall apart so that you can reach a place of freedom and wholeness in your life. I don't know about anybody else. I can only speak for myself. But there came a point in my life where I realized we can't keep putting tape on this. We can't keep trying to glue this back together. Some things need to be totally so that you can develop and you can become who you were created and destined to be. Some things in your life are beyond repair. I want you to get this today. Some things in your life are beyond repair. And if you keep trying to repair something that is not able to be fixed, you're going to just continue to be frustrated with your life. So some things we don't need to repair. We just need to release them and to let them go. Some things need to be erased in order to engineer a new reality for your life. And so the second pillar to growth is the pillar of belief. Let's delve into this in the time that I have left. Wow. Everybody wants their life to improve, but nobody wants to be inconvenienced. We say we want opportunity. We say we want open doors. We say we want platforms. We say we want success. But the minute opportunity knocks and all these things begin to open up in our lives, we make excuses for why we cannot embrace the opportunity. So it lets me know that we don't really want the opportunity. What we want is we want something that allows us to be to